Man, you broke your promise to me. Did you lie to me? Is that what you did? Is that what they did to you? Huh? Here's my advice to you. Don't sit around waiting for them to pay you back. Do not sit around and wait for them to pay you back. You're going to be mad and you're going to be out of time. The title of today's video, Broken Promises. Before I kind of elaborate on this, I'm going to think about one family member. It's a real brief. One family member, they loaned another family member some gas money because they asked to borrow some gas money. This family member, before they gave them the money for the gas, they had their few choice words to say on decisions that they were making in their life that wouldn't allow for them to have gas, making some, reckless decisions. But the person that was lending the money had made the statement, you know what, I'm going to give it to you. You don't owe me. Don't worry about trying to pay me back. I'm going to give it to you. You can go on. And the reason for that, the person told me, because I'm going to be expecting my money if I loan it to you. And I'm leaving out a piece of the story. The person that needed gas money, well, maybe I said it earlier. I don't know. I'm tired. The person asked if they could borrow the money. If I said that, then, hey, look past it, look over it. But people do this. People do this as a ploy when they're trying to get something, to get in the easiest way possible, to make it seem like the least amount of burden to you, but, help me out. But then people rarely follow up with, they rarely follow up with those same intentions with the way that they came about trying to get whatever they were doing. From my experience. I mean, because it takes a lot for you to come back and then, the reason why I'm saying it takes a lot, because I've seen so many people fail at it on sticking by their word on some of the things that they say that they're going to do. But, I mean, it is something for you to promise or give your word up on something and then follow through. Because following through, it takes work. It takes work for you to remember what you said, keep the timetable of whatever it was that you promised or mentioned that you were going to do, and then act on it. Take your time out and act on it. Because usually when people making promises, they're doing things like this, like what they're doing with that debt or that loan with the money or the barn or what have you. The reason why it's hard for people to come back on that is because right now it's all about me. I need it. It's about me. I'll say whatever it is so I can get me taken care of. Once I'm taken care of, I'm good. But see, it takes a strong person to come back, okay, I'm good. Even though I'm hurting, I told this person I was going to do, it's about them now. See, it takes a certain degree of being unselfish. That's what it takes. Man, I got what I needed on that day. Let me be sure to get this person their money back. Or let me be sure to follow through on what I said. I'm really tired right now. I really don't have time. But I said that I was going to do it. Let me do it. That's a strong person to me that follows through on the things that they say. So, with that being said, broken promises, don't sit around waiting on it and letting that fuel you and, manifest some sort of nasty feelings all up in you and begrudgingly with the way that you're going to deal with the person. Hey, if it's broken, hopefully what you're not doing is putting yourself in a position to where you're having to rely on these empty promises, these empty words that a person is saying to you. Or if there are people that do that and they just think it's better for me to basically lie to your face. I had one person. This is another story. It was an event going on in my life, positive. Person said that they were going to attend. They wanted to attend. It's like, okay, cool. Anybody that knows me, I don't really do any inviting of the sort, because I ain't expecting nothing. Right? Person just flat out lied. On this occasion, see, since this some times done passed, I don't remember what really happened. I was just like, okay, let me go on, because it's just like, I don't do them like that. This is way before this channel or anything, and it really had agitated me, because it agitates me for somebody to lie to me. Just flat out look me in my face, tell me you're gonna do something that I didn't ask for. It's like my grandmother used to say, I didn't ask for that lie. You voluntarily gave it up. You gave it to me. When the person was confronted, they weren't confronted by me. They were confronted by somebody else. And you know what they told them? The person that had told the lie, they said, no, I knew it wasn't going to be able to come, but I just told them that. If you know me, you know I'm not that person. I'm not that person to be breathing down your neck, pressure. I just said about 90 seconds ago. You're lucky at most for me to even open the invitation up for something. I've said it in older videos. The reason why I don't like doing that, because I don't like people to feel like they're obligated to do anything. I know time is precious to people, especially in this day and time. People are busy. A lot of people may find it hard to do things that they don't want to do, coming out of their box to do anything. And the last thing I want to do is put any pressure up on you. Go ahead, do whatever you're doing. I'm cool. If you know me anyway, even though I'm outgoing, truth be known, I'm really a loner. To wrap up both of these stories, to go back to the topic of this video, well, we're still on topic of this video, broken promises. I'm telling you not to get all wound up about it. Don't sit around in the shadows, lurking, trying to get a person to stink eye, trying to insinuate all type of things. Maybe I can jog their memory if I can say something that's clever. Like, say for instance, they owe me lunch. Man, sure would like lunch today. Little low on funds. Be nice for somebody to, get me on lunch. Quit trying to do that stuff and give these subtle hints. With another family member, fell out, I'll just say, of a relationship of many, many years between them. Over a few bucks. A few bucks. One person said they loaned it to them. The other person said no, they didn't. So they tried to circumvent the way of getting the money and borrowing back the money from the other person. And the other person was calling them out on borrowing the money. And they would know, yeah, even though I got that up from you, you really owed me up from the last. Just a big old relationship all in shambles. Over some broken promises. See, it's the reason why I started out this video talking about the one family member that said, hey, now, you know what? I'm going to give it to you. You can go on up on your way. See, to me, I think that's ideal. They're setting boundaries from the get-go. Now, by no stretch of the imagination, I'm not saying every person that comes up to you, you're just like, yeah, hey, yeah, take this, go on. Take this, go on. Yeah, you can take whatever you want. It's just a free-for-all. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, and the reason why I started out with that example, it was the ideal example on how to take control and handle things. This same person that I'm talking about, this is the same person that'll tell you too, hey, look, I don't have it. You have to do it another way. They'll tell you that right up front. It cuts down, it keeps down on the drama. That second story, me talking about them going back and forth with the barn and then the barn back, and like I said, the friendship law. To me, it sounds silly. The whole situation sounds silly for both of them. It's asinine. It's time, energy wasted, and at the end of the day, a friendship was lost. It's stupid. How would you have dealt with it? Hey, look, if I wanted to give it to you, I'd give it to you. If I didn't, I didn't. If I did give it to you, you told me he's going to give it back. Hey, you know what? That's cool. That's cool. Now, this is not to say that you think that you're just going to take advantage. I ain't. And I'm going to tell you why after I get done fleshing out this story. If I give it to you, I give it to you. You said you're going to give it back, and then you didn't. Okay, guess what? You won't get it again. And to tell you why I don't really go into dabble in these type of scenarios, anybody that knows me, knows that I don't pass money back and forth. That is not an element of the relationships that's around me. I think I'm done talking about this topic. Broken promises, don't lose sleep over it. If not anything, think about a way that you can maneuver, put yourself in a position to where you're not relying on those promises, so you're not losing sleep over them. The person's not putting you in a bind. That's the takeaway from this. Don't allow others to put you into a bind. That's one way or the other. It can be a bind if I'm bound all up. I'm frustrated. There's contention amongst us. Because of this broken promise, you said that you were going to do. Hey, you know what? I'm going to move on. I'm just going to know I can't trust anything that comes out of your mouth because you lie more than you talk. You lie more than you talk straight. So, okay, yeah, I don't have time for that either. I'm done with this video. My name's Ayin. If you hadn't already, hit the subscribe button. Check out the book that I've written. All that stuff, links in the description box. Stay encouraged, avoid being discouraged. You all have a good one.